Hi guys and welcome. I'm going to spin the wheel here for the design style. And then over to which room we're going to be doing. So super exciting. This is my interpretation of what an industrial kid's bedroom would look like. My kind of main issue when I first got into this was when I think industrial, I usually don't think kids bedroom because you want a kid's room to still be super fun and not all gray, black, and white. I started here by putting in the closet in the place that a closet normally would go. You can see later on in the video I end up moving it, but wanted to kind of play around with what options there might be, having a little spot there by the door where they can put their backpack down or put little knickknacks that they might have. And you'll also see I change it quite a few times, but I always go back to the same wallpaper. I wanted something that's still fun and playful for a kid without it seeming too boring and gray, black and white with a bunch of wood tones and metal. But I kept going back to this one. I think I love it. There's still a lot of texture and fun even though it's just gray. Then you can see here I'm putting a bed kind of higher up. I think it's fun to have a bunch of different levels so the kids can play around in their room, especially one like this one that is, I believe I set this room 10 by 13 feet, I want to say. So it's a pretty average sized kid's bedroom, but want to make sure that they are able to still have all of the fun. Then this is a full-size bed, so you could make a little bit more room if you wanted to have a twin, but I was thinking of a room that they'd be able to grow into. That is the fun thing about industrial, is I feel like it would match them through all the phases of their childhood, so from 5 all the way to 17. And underneath here, I thought it'd be fun to do like a little reading nook, play area, going through all the different options that we could have with a bookcase or a different rug. Thought it would be okay to have more of a colorful rug, but it is a bit more muted. And you can never have enough storage with the kids, so have that closet there for all of their clothes and maybe some of the bigger toys, but have that little one there as well to clean up the room every now and again with their little train sets or cars or Barbies, whatever it might be. I do want to add too, even though the style of this room is supposed to be industrial, I think that you shouldn't be afraid to add in color in a room that's more traditionally black and white for the style. Especially with this being a kid's room, you want them to still have things they can play around with, having things that are colorful. I think it's important to not take your style and put it into your kid's room or have an adult like theme in a kid's room and be afraid to use kid colors still, or I shouldn't say kid colors, just colorful colors and more of a grayscale or a natural room. It's okay to have those pops, and it's good for them too to have all that color in there and in a pretty gray, black and white bedroom. Then you can see here I'm kind of playing around with different pillows and stuff. I ended up just putting a big array of kind of mismatch pillows that all fit in that same vibe. Keep it kind of fun and kids and whimsical. It doesn't have to match too much. Just give them somewhere comfy that they can go hide in and read their books or do whatever it is that they want to do. Put some little curtains here too so they can keep it open if they want to have it be a part of the bedroom, or close it up if they want to just have a little reading nook, cozy away from everything. This piece itself, I had actually changed so many times trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I feel like the staples of an industrial room is a lot of metals, grays, brick, black, white, a lot of natural tones with wood or plants. But I think I ended up going with this right here with the black and then the white doors. The rug was such a struggle for me. I had the perfect rug that was set in my mind, but they just didn't have it here on this website. You can kind of mix and match whatever rug that you're looking for. Usually when you're wanting an industrial style rug, you're wanting things that are either a Persian or a knockoff Persian type rug, things that you might traditionally see in an office building, or more of those gray tones, blacks, whites, browns, red, green, more of the primary colors, or the grayscale. And I definitely wanted them to have a desk, a little place to do homework or color or paint, whatever they want to do. And I do have that set at a child height, which is why you can see it's so much further below the door handle. So you can always move that as they get older and they need a little more height. The paintings I had a lot of fun with too. I wanted to put this little pop of color above the bed, and I absolutely love that cute little deer over there. I ended up moving up the pictures in the room quite a bit. The big thing that I usually look for in an industrial room when you're wanting to do artwork is staying more on the simple side, or on, if you're doing colors, it has more of a whimsical pattern to it rather than a painting of a flower meadow or something more intricate like that. So loved these a lot. You could go pretty much anywhere. I love honestly going over to a Goodwill or a DI and picking up different things, or you could even just go buy a canvas and do random splotches of paint on it, and that would be a really cute look in here as well. Have the kiddo pick whatever their favorite colors are and turn it into a little art project with them where they can make different splotches, and that would work really well in an industrial style room. For the lighting, I messed around with this a little bit. I ended up going with something super simple just because I didn't want the kiddo to knock their head on the lighting. So you can see I ended up doing this one here. It's still going to bring all the light that you need in the room, and there is still that sconce above the bed and the little lamp on top of the work desk. So I like to have at least 3 lighting pieces within the room at different heights so that you can use it for whatever you might need, because not everyone wants to use the big light all the time. But this definitely makes it so you don't have to worry about them standing up in their bed and them hitting their noggin on it. And here with the rugs too, I wanted to do something a little more simple. As you can see, I changed the rug in the reading nook area to just a simple gray, because the colors are going to come in with the books and the toys and any other special blankets or pillows or stuffed animals that they might have. This was me looking desperately for a Persian rug and just I couldn't find one. I used the free version of this one, this design app, so not every rug that you see here I'm able to put into the room. You can see there all those little pop-ups as it's telling me that I need to pay additional money in order to be able to put that rug down. So this is when it comes a little bit easier when it is into your own space. It can be a bit different when you're doing a mock-up versus what it looks like in the real room. So you'd have a lot more freedom of what sizes and what style you would want. And here I am playing around with the background again and moving the pictures around. This is one of those things you can kind of have a little more fun with, use things that they DIY'd or that you guys already have at home, different cheap things. So many different styles fit in, but this is what I ended up landing on. I think it's super cute and I hope you guys love it. If you want to see the next video, just tune in for the next one. We're going to see what design style and what room.